Ladies and gentlemen, g'day. Welcome back to the channel. Yeah, I am about 30 minutes late to the APAC auctions, and as a result, the VK9001P sold out within minutes, and the Defender Mark 1 also sold out pretty damn quickly as well. So, well, what can we say, eh? Onwards and upwards. I missed out. Okay, so that's on me. That's my fault. But regardless, you have the VK, you have the M6 EXP, you have the Defender Mark 1, and the Elefant. All of which are pretty damn good tanks, especially the VK9001P, which is probably why it sold out. But look how expensive it is, 17,500 gold. Now, this tank hasn't been sold as often as some of the other T10 tanks in the store and in other auctions. If it's been in auction, usually it's around this price, so the fact that it's sold out on APAC for this much is pretty crazy. It's got combat stabilization, which is pretty nice. But this tank is a beast. It's a beast. It really is a beast. I'm going to make a video talking about my top 5 must-have heavy tanks in Wotb Blitz. So keep in mind, that's going to come out soon. And I do mention this tank. And the reasons why I mention this tank. But it's very good. It's a very good side-scraping tank. The turret is very strong, 300 mils on the front. It basically looks like a stock Tiger 2 turret, but it's not. It's way stronger than that. 244 mils on the front of the turret, the hull, sorry, is very strong. This is a very good side-scraping tank. You can play this hull down. It's fantastic. It's a great tank to play. It's got 2300 DPM, 11.98 second reload. It's a 460 alpha gun, so 128 millimeters. 275 mils of AP pen and 320 on your APCR is it's decent. It's pretty good. You can run it with calibrated shells and you probably will do pretty damn well. You have a 5.1 second aim time, which is not good at all. It's quite abysmal. But you do have 0.34 dispersion. So despite the accuracy not being the best, you know, it negates that by being a heavy tank. Well, super heavy tank, I should probably say. It has 10 degrees of gun depression, which is just beautiful for a tank like this. So you can go hold down and you can side scrape pretty damn well. So yeah, keep that in mind. It's 30 km per hour speed, top speed. So it's not really limbo. Again, it is a super heavy tank. It's a super heavy tank that's returrented or returrented super heavy tank. But yeah, it is a great tank. It is a proper super heavy tank. And I guess the reason why it sold out is because people want this thing. So yeah, it was one of the first snow globe tanks as far as I know. I think it was the first snow globe tank, if I recall. I'm going to have to go back and check my notes, but I'm pretty sure this was the first snow globe tank. But yeah, VK9 sold out very quickly on APAC. The M6, this is a very good tank. It's old. This is an old school tank, this one. Old school tier 8 American heavy tank. Big slab of armor on the front and on the turret. 120mm gun. This is a beast. 199mm on the front of the turret. 199 on the front of the hull, and it's angled. It's a beast, this thing. You can side scrape in it, go hold down. The whole 9 yards. It's great. This is a great tank. This is a T34 with armor. My T34's strongest point is that it has amazing armor on its turret and a very good gun. This thing has great turret armor. Not as good as the T34, but almost as good. But it makes up for that by having great frontal armor. It doesn't have a lot of DPM. 1600 or 1700 DPM. 14.38 second reload, 248 mils of AP pen, which is fantastic as standard, but only 297 on APCR, so I would recommend running this with calibrated shells to get over 300. 60 mils on your HE is pretty nice as well. 400 alpha, 6.2 second aim time though, pretty abysmal if I do say so, and 0.336 dispersion. But you do have 10 degrees of gun depression, which more than makes up for it. So you can go hold down, you can side scrape in this tank pretty damn well. And unfortunately, it's not exactly a fast tank. It goes 29 kilometers per hour, so it's quite slow. But this is basically the mutant on steroids. That's what it is. The mutant is the T7. This is the EXP, the experimental. So, yeah, pretty good tank. Kind of rare. Not many people play this thing, which is unfortunate. Is it worth 7,500 gold? No. I would definitely wait for it to be under 5,000 gold, and then it'll be worth it. But for now, it's not worth it. Which brings me to this point. Is this tank worth 17,500 gold? No, it is not. The VK90 is not worth 17,500 gold. I would probably have waited until it's like under 15 grand. But for some reason, people didn't. So, like I said, I was only 30 minutes late to this auction thing, and already it's sold out, and the Defender Mark 1, which is my next tank I'm going to talk about. This thing is, I've said this before and I'll say it again. This is a fantastic medium tank. This is one of the best tier 8 medium tanks in the game. It just sings. This thing is amazing. It's got amazing potential on the battlefield. It really, really does. It takes the concept of the Centurion Mark 1 and just turns it up to 10. It really does. 254 millimeters of frontal turret armor, which is great. 76 on the hull, not the best, but it is angled, and you can use your gun depression to go hold down. Your damage per minute is just under 2,000. You can probably bump that up to 2,000 if you're running this with provisions and whatever. You do have a 17.26 second reload for your entire magazine, 4 shells in your magazine, 2-second intra-grip reload, 226 mils of pen on your standard AP is very, very nice. 254 on your APCR is actually pretty good for a tier 8 medium tank. You do 190 alpha per shot, so let's say on average you're doing 200 per shot. 4 shells, 200 per shot, that's 800 damage right there. It's pretty damn good. Your accuracy is fantastic as well. 3.3 second aim time is pretty damn good. It's not the best, but it's pretty damn good. And 0.326 dispersion. So it's accurate, it's quick, it's got 10 degrees of gun depression, it's got very good turret armor, decent hull armor, it goes 46 kilometers per hour, and your average is about 37 kilometers per hour. So this thing is very, very good. Fantastic tank. Honestly, this is the tank to buy. If you love medium tanks, you love playing tier 8, this is the one to buy. And it's probably the reason why it's sold out very, very quickly. So, yeah, go figures. Is it worth 7,500 gold though? Probably not. Again, with anything with these auctions, I would recommend waiting until these prices are cheaper. That would be my advice. Finally, let's talk about the elephant. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room, I should probably say. That's what I should have stated. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. It's this thing, the Elefant. This is basically a historical tank, in a sense, okay? Because the Ferdinand was technically named the Elefant. It was named the Elephant. That was its nickname. And so Wargaming decided to introduce the Ferdinand and like a premium version of the Ferdinand and call it the Elephant, right? So what's different about this tank compared to the Ferdinand? Well, the Ferdinand has different guns that you can mount, the top one being a 128mm gun. This, on the other hand, I'm pretty sure was running a 105mm. The whole armor is 200 mils, but again, it's just a slab of armor. It's not angled or anything. It's got good armor. But it's flat, which means it's much easier to pen if you're shooting with premium rounds, right? You do have 3000 DPM, which is fantastic. It's great. 7-second reload. You're doing 350 alpha, which means it is indeed a 105mm gun. Very nice. 248 mils of AP pen. APCR is 2A3. Again, you can probably run this with calibrated shells. If you don't want the extra bit of pen, just run it with gun rammer. Full provisions, you can get this up to about 3200 DPM, realistically. And you have a 4.9 second aim time. Not the best, if I'm honest with you, for a German tank destroyer at tier 8. But you do have 0.326 dispersion, which is actually quite nice. So you do get 7 degrees gun depression, not the best. I mean, look, this tank is meant to be a awesome historical tank that you can buy and keep in your collection in Blitz. I get it. Is it anything to cry home about? No. Is it amazing by any stretch of the imagination? No, it's not. It's just cool to have in your collection. So is it worth purchasing for 7,500 gold? No, it isn't. But as far as I know, this hasn't been sold outside of crates and outside of draws. So that's probably the reason why there's only 64 remaining. Makes sense to me. So, which of these 4 tanks would I recommend? 100% the Defender Mark 1 first. Just make sure you get in there quickly and hope to God there's still plenty more until the price drops, so you get at a good price. Then probably the VK90, if it's a good price, not 17,500 gold. I feel like it's going to sell out on EU at that price as well. Same thing with the Defender Mark 1. Then maybe the EXP, and then probably the Elefant. That would be my advice. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to let me know in the comments down below what you think of all these 4 tanks, and whether you think they're worth the price, and if you think it's justified that both the VK and the Defender were sold out within less than 30 minutes on APAC. Let me know in the comments down below, and whether you'll buy any of these tanks. Alright, love you all, look after yourselves, look after your friends and family, peace in the Middle East, and as always, I'll catch you in the next one. Bye bye.